Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Woo! Time for the voice to wake up. Let's try that again. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Woo! Straining the voice this morning. Hello, welcome to another Me First Mornings. I am your host, Patricia Romero Wolfson. And I have been traditionally calling myself an energy healer and an intuitive coach, which I still believe, but I came up with something recently that I really like, and I might be changing my title. It's just a descriptor, but to energy alchemist. I think I really like the idea of being an energy alchemist where I will help you alchemize your energy, right? Calibrate your energy. That's what it's all about. It's about calibrating your energy to get you tuned so that you can capture your messages so that you can live your life in complete and total alignment with your purpose and your mission. That may sound like a really big kind of thing, but you don't have to look for your purpose and your mission in something else. It's not like you have to find this, philanthropic purpose or this huge mission, right? Your mission is to be the best version of yourself. Your mission is to shine your light on this planet. However, you are able to spark that light. That is your mission, right? If you are an artist, if you are an accountant, if you are a money person, if you are a business person, if you are a teacher, if you are a health worker, it doesn't matter what you are or who you are. It doesn't matter what you do for a living. Your only job is to shine that beautiful light, that light that you are made of, because that is your purpose. Your purpose is to be here and be that beacon of light for yourself and for everyone around you. That is your unique gift. Your unique gift is that your vessel, your soul, your spirit, your expression of spirit is unique to you. And so you have to step into that and really own it and find what makes you tick, find what makes you shine, find what lights you up, because when you are lit up, you inspire others to light up as well. You inspire others to connect with their own purpose. And that really is our mission here on this planet, okay? Oh, yes, I wanted to wish everyone a happy Lunar New Year. For anyone who celebrates, I am wearing red because it's fun. So happy Lunar New Year to any of my Chinese viewers and friends and family. I love you dearly, and I wish you so much good luck and prosperity this year and beyond. And just as a side note, it is the year of the tiger, which I am a tiger. Well, according to the calendar. And so it's my year. So I'm declaring it my year. All right. So let us begin. What are we talking about today? We're talking about the map analogy. I talked a little bit about it yesterday. We're definitely going to talk about it a lot today. Let me put my other headphone in so I can hear. Um, and we're going to talk about how this is a map that we need to figure out. But we'll get there. I want to do our ritual first, and then we're going to go into it, okay? I just want to get myself centered and grounded and connected. And I think now's a good time for you guys to do that too. All right. So, welcome for anybody watching for the first time. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go to Jumpstart for Change. Just smash that subscribe button, ding that little notification bell, and you can join me every Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. EST, where I will be talking about things like this and how to put yourself first. But not just like how to put yourself first, but literally how to manage your energy, because you are responsible for tuning yourself first before you add to the symphony of the world, right? You have to tune your instrument, make sure that you are in the right frequency, make sure that you are all tuned up and ready to play your song so that when you go out into the world, AKA, join the rest of the band, if you're in tune and everybody else is in tune, guess what? It's a beautiful melody. It's a beautiful symphony. It's music and everybody kind of hears it. And not everybody's playing the same notes, people. Everybody's kind of playing different things, different parts. Some on a lower frequency, some on a higher frequency. There's like the middle frequencies, right? Everybody has their own mission, their own purpose, their own song, their own notes, their own frequency. And yet, all together, when you play a song together with all the different instruments, all different shapes and sizes, all different frequencies, if everybody is tuned in and playing the same song, it sounds beautiful. And that is our purpose here on earth, right? Is for us to learn how to play our song, for us to tune our instrument and play that song. And then encounter other people that want to play the same song. And then imagine everybody sort of either playing the same song or playing different songs, but they each have their own group of musicians playing this beautiful, beautiful melody. And you have groups of musicians playing their own beautiful melodies all over the world. Then when you walk through, and if you imagine like just walking through the globe or traveling, and then imagine hearing these beautiful melodies everywhere you go, because everyone is tuned to their frequency and playing with people who are also tuned, not to their own frequency, but playing the same song. You see, there's a subtle difference there, right? It's not about being at the exact same frequency, but it is about being in harmonious frequencies with the people you surround yourself with the community that you live in, right? That's really the goal. And so here on this show, I try to help you tune your frequency. And that's why from here on out, I'm going to call myself an energy alchemist, because that sounds a little badass. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. You guys let me know in the comments if you like that new title. Energy alchemist. I don't know. It just sounds badass. That's all. That's the only word I can come up with. Good morning, Lina. Good morning, Dad. Thank you for being here. My water from yesterday, which I did not drink. And then my water from today, which I barely drank. All right. So let us begin by lighting our candle and getting the day started. All right, so we light the candle and we do this traditional ritual because our human side likes to know what to expect, right? So you plant the seeds for what to expect, and then your body, your vessel begins to respond, right? So I light the candle, and now I know, and my vessel knows, right? Like the thinking part of my humanness knows that the next thing is the essential oils, and each step brings me closer to that grounded feeling, to that centeredness, and that centeredness is really, really important. Good morning, Mom. Good morning, bon dia, so. So let's get some essential oils on in this business. That one's okay. I'm still at the end because every time I leave my office, I forget to refill my essential oils. Okay, but it's still a good scent. I can still smell it. I can still feel it. You don't have to use essential oils. You don't have to use anything. You take your own steps to establish your own morning ritual. This is the me first ritual. This is what I do with you. And so feel free to join me if you don't want to come up with your own. And this works for you. And please spread the word for anyone else who might want to join us for Me First Mornings, because it could be beneficial for all of us. Okay, so now we're going to take 3 deep breaths. And as we take deep breaths, I want you to understand what we're doing here. And I talk about it each and every day, but whenever I can get sort of a clearer picture of what we're doing, or a different picture of what we're doing to help you embody it or learn it or grasp the concept, right? Because we're also learning new concepts here. I want you to open up sort of the top of your head, and I want you to imagine that beautiful liquid sunlight just pouring in, right? Now, here's what this does. We're going to open up the top of our head and, in our minds, and we're going to plant our feet well on the ground. And what we're going to do is we're accessing life force energy. And life force energy exists all around us. It comes from the powerful sun above, who gives us our light information, our light codes. It gives us all of the fuel that we need to function. Okay. That is scientific. That is not just me making it up. All right. And then the earth, of course, gives us that growing energy, that energy of like the life force that creates, right? And so we want both those forces. We want the nurturing and the growing all together. And we want it to come into our body. We want to call it in, because we have that, right? We're made of stardust, right? We're made of stars. We're made of powerful universal material, but it's easy to forget that. And so, what this breathing technique does, and the way I imagine it, is it's like recharging, right? It's like plugging into the source. So your feet are planting into the earth. And here, your mind, you are connecting with heaven or connecting with the skies or connecting with spirit, however you want to see it. And I want you to visually see yourself plugged in and receiving that energy. And I don't know why lately I've been seeing it like this, where it goes around kind of like in and then around and just covers you with light. And this is that process of recharging. So I want you to imagine that this is recharging. And in the time of recharging, it is also both boosting your energy and also just blowing apart any energy that is stuck, stagnant, or dense. Anything that doesn't belong there, we're going to recharge and like clean out, right? Recharge and clean out. That's what we're going to look at it as, okay? So we're going to take 3 deep breaths. And I want you to imagine when you're breathing in, you are recharging, okay? You are recharging and at the same time just releasing anything that doesn't belong. And then when you exhale, you release all of the energy, all of the limiting beliefs, all of the inner, clutter, inner cloudiness. I want you to just blow it out and let it leave and let Mother Earth take care of it, right? It's just going to dissipate and be transmuted into energy that can be used in another way. We recycle our energy because, energy does not die or end. It simply transmutes, changes, and, shifts or moves, right? All right. So here we go. 3 deep breaths and hold and release. Okay, I want you to do that again. Once again, we're kind of mentally plugging in to the power of the sun, the power of the light, the power of heaven, right? And we are plugging in our feet to the power of the earth, the power of life force energy, the power of growth and nurturing energy. Okay, here we go. And hold. And release. And one more time, let's do that for the last time today. Well, it doesn't have to be the last time today. You can do it many, many times if you want, but the last time on this show. Okay, deep breath in and hold and release. Ooh, that felt good to me. Okay, time to stretch, right? Now, what we want to do is we want to make sure that our vessel is feeling limber, loose, and clear, right? So, any stuckness or stiffness or discomfort, we want to definitely kind of move. Oh, did you guys hear that? That was my back. All right, we kind of want to like loosen it up. We want to feel loose. We want to feel free. We want to feel that the channel is clear. We're breathing clearly, and we want to, know that our mind, body, soul, right? This center, this pillar that we inhabit, right? This vessel that we inhabit, and this pillar of light that exists within us. We want to make sure that it's clear and cleansed, and it is as tuned in as possible. Okay. And so in order to do that, we need to release the things that don't serve us. It's like gunk, right? It's like washing your dishes, right? You gotta really like clean up the bowl. And then it's like, oh, shiny new bowl. Now I can put new things in it. But if you never clean your bowl, it like starts to like build up residue and grossness and, well, bacteria. And, we don't want energetic bacteria, right? We don't want energetic, like old stuff that gets stuck and moldy and it's just, it festers. We don't want festering energy in our bodies because we need to be finely tuned machines. Now, I'm not talking about your size, shape, or anything like that. I am talking about how you are tuned to spirit, how you are tuned to receive the messages of your path, right? Because you have the ability to tune in. And now we are getting into the topic of the day. All right. So first, let's just say our prayer and set our intentions. And I'm going to set the intention that I am able to clear and cleanse my energy in a powerful way so that I may be used as a channel of love and light, and as a force for the universe, a force for good, a force for the highest healing. That is my purpose. That's what I want. That's my intention to set forth. I want to make sure that everywhere I go, I am lighting up. And I'm not just lighting up because I want everybody to look at me. I'm lighting up because I want people to be able to see a reflection of their own light. That is my purpose. And your purpose can be, it could be, I want to finally declutter a corner of my room or a corner of my house, or, I want to improve my relationship with my children. It can be big, it can be small, it can seem insignificant, but everything is taking care of your energy. And so everything is important. All tasks are valid and important. If you deem them to be, if you have given your attention to something that you need to do, then that is important for you to do because you have decided it's important. You can also decide that it's not important if it's something that doesn't serve your highest good and highest healing. So let's set the intention right now for you to connect with whatever is in your highest good and your highest healing. And let's say the prayer together. Well, you guys may not know it, but you can just intend that you're saying it with me, or you can just sit in silence or say your own prayer at this time. Divine Mother, Infinite Father, Creator, Ascended Masters, Archangels, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and all beings of 100% pure white light. Allow me to be a clear and open channel of your light and love without hesitation or ego. May the highest vibration of infinite consciousness connect with my higher self and release any and all things that no longer serve me. I ask that Saint Germain and his infinitely powerful violet flame burn away all the things that no longer serve myself or humanity and hold us back from our divine existence. Help us to embody our intentions for the day and help us raise the collective vibration for the highest and greatest good of all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, and so it is. Yeah! Okay, guys. All right. We have to talk about the GPS and the map analogy. Okay, I had this, I don't know what to call the things that come to me. Sometimes I say vision, sometimes I say download, sometimes I say, I don't know, thought, right? Because to me, they just come as thoughts. And I recently kind of figured out that it's really that I've been channeling information and I didn't realize I was channeling information. But listening to other channelers, I realized, I was like, oh, I've always done that, right? So I hear information and then I translate it immediately and express it in my own way. It's something I've been doing for literally my whole life. It's just what I do. So when I say to you, I'm sharing this information or this idea that I got, it's just, it's just that. And take it for what you want, right? I'm just another human, right? Another human using this vessel to spread the light. You can also channel. You can also access the light. This is just what I'm sharing with you. And so I say that because I want everybody to know that you have the power to connect with your spirit guides, with your angels, with God, with however you see life. You have a way to connect with your support system, whether it be spiritual support system or otherwise. You do have that power. And sometimes it just takes a little practice. And it takes a lot of faith and trust, right? Even with real people, like learning to trust people once you've been hurt is a process. Learning to trust spirit when you've faced challenges is a practice. Okay. It takes practice. It takes practice and trust. Those are the two things, practice and trust. That's what Me First Mornings is about. Is us having a practice every day and learning to trust and setting intentions so that we can see things unfold as we move through the day and as we move through our lives, and we can see the impact that we're having not only on our own lives, but on the lives of others. All right. So that's not the vision that I had or analogy that came to me, but I had, as you guys know, I use GPS a lot. And I use it because the analogy of life and this vessel as a car makes a lot of sense to me, right? Because it's like, okay, if we are spiritual beings living a human experience, and I imagine that, this body is like a vehicle, right? It's my vessel, and I get into my vessel, starting this life experience. I entered the vessel as a baby. And then you navigate through life with that vessel, right? You have to take care of the vessel, right? Got to change the oil. You have to make sure that, it doesn't get rusty, right? You have to use it. You have to make sure you turn it on, all of those things. You have to maintain it, right? And then I like to look at life as a journey and as a road trip, right? Where you go on a road trip, you meet people, you see landmarks, you see different experiences, and you go to different places, and it's beautiful when you think about it. And life can be an adventure. But even on a road trip, and even on an awesome adventure, even if you are on vacation in the most beautiful place in the world, sometimes things happen. Sometimes you lose your passport, or sometimes you get hurt, going wind sailing or something, or doing exciting things. Things can happen, right? And very often we get angry at ourselves for things happening. We start blaming ourselves, or like, I should have done it this way, I should have done that, I should have shown up differently. And there's so much blame. And I really want to help humanity reduce the blame, the self-blame, because when we can reduce the self-blame, and we can have kind and compassionate words, when we can give ourselves kind and compassionate words, and we can be kind and compassionate to ourselves, we can also be that way for other people. And that's important that we do that, because we know everybody is doing the best they can with what they have. Even if you think they're not doing their best because you think they should be doing better. And that can be in any capacity that you decide, right? You see somebody, you're like, oh my God, they have so much potential, they should do better, right? Oh my God, you're so beautiful, but you should, do something different. Or, oh my God, you're so smart, why don't you, whatever, right? So many judgments that we make for other people, but especially those judgments on ourselves are the most difficult and the most challenging, and the ones we need to address first, because you are in your head way more than anyone else is saying things to you, right? And so in saying that, I go back to my analogy of the car and the GPS, and I talked about it in my post today in leading up to this show, about how back in the day, before there was GPS, you had an app, like a paper app. And I actually really liked working with a paper map. I learned how to do it. My parents and I, we used to drive to Connecticut from Toronto. I grew up in Toronto. And we would drive to Connecticut every Christmas. And I would spend Christmas with my cousins in Connecticut, and we would all meet from all over. I had cousins from all over that would meet at my aunt's house. And it was one of the most amazing experiences growing up. But because of that, we would travel. I was always like my dad's co-pilot, and he would teach me how to read a map. And so thank you, Dad, for teaching me how to read a map. And when you open up a map, you see everything, right? Like you see the terrain, you see the scale, you see the landmarks, and you can kind of visualize, okay, where are we on this map? And you go, okay, well, we're here, right? We're on this part of the map, and we need to go this way, right? And you're like, okay, well, we want to get over here on the map. But in order to go from here to here, you have to navigate all this stuff, and you have to decide which is the best way to go, right? Do we take the highway? Do we take the scenic route? Do we take the side roads? Oh, maybe there's some nice antique markets in another direction, and you want to stop at the antique markets. Depends on what kind of trip you want to take, right? Do you want to take a nice leisurely trip, right? And just stop at all sorts of places, experience things, get some food, right? Or do you want to just bolt to the location, right? You want to just go as fast as you can. So you take the quickest route, which might be the highways that have very little to no scenery, but it's going to get you there really quickly. Or do you take the side roads and kind of, see how the locals live in each area that you drive through? That may be what you decide to do. What does this have to do with GPS? What does this have to do with your trip, right? What does this have to do with life? Well, we can choose how we want to get there, right? So the 2 points of our destiny, where we are, is set in stone. That's the present. This is where we are. I can do nothing about where I am right now. This is it. I'm here, right? I'm here with these clothes on. I'm here with you, with these people watching me. This is it. This moment is, I can't change anything about this in this second. This is my truth. This is my present spot. This is you are here on the app, right? But I want to go to this location, right? Now I can get to that location And here are the things that I can decide, right? I can choose how to get to that location. I can choose to take the highway. As I said, I can choose to take the scenic route. I can choose however I can. What I can't choose is I can't change the map. I can't change the map. The map is what it is, right? And depending on where you enter the map, that is going to dictate your road, right? That is going to dictate your trip, right? So if you decide on this trip that you're going to go the scenic route and you're going to go see some mountains, well, there may be some dangers or things along the way that you may have to be paying attention to, right? Things you need to look out for, things that you may experience. You may come across a mountain lion, right? You may come across, some bears, in the picnic. I don't know. I'm in my head, I guess I'm still living in Hanna-Barbera land. But you cannot change the map, right? You cannot say, I don't want this tree here. Yeah, you can't say like these buildings are, in the way. Can we move the buildings so that I can go this way and get there faster? No, you can't. I mean, truth be told, you can if you decide to settle into that area and you sign some petitions and get these buildings moved and everybody agrees that these buildings are an eyesore or they're inconvenient. You can. There are things that you can do with the map, right? You can change the landscape, right? And if you think about this in terms of society, in terms of the structure of society, right? Something in society that you hate. In this second, I cannot do anything to completely change what I don't like. However, I can make a plan to make a difference and say, you know what? I don't like how the school system is set up. I don't feel that it is set up for children's success. Now, I can be angry and I can yell and I can scream, right? But that's not going to change anything. What can change is me deciding what it is that I can do about that. What do I want to do about that? Do I want to join the PTA? Do I want to, write a letter to the superintendent? Do I want to homeschool? Do I want to leave the country, go somewhere else where they do school differently? That's my choice, right? Those are the parameters of my choice. But I cannot say, school, be gone. Okay? I cannot just instantly dissolve the structures that are in place on this map. So we have to stop beating ourselves up for the map and just figure out, how can I navigate through this? Or what can I do to make this trip better for myself and for others? It's not just for you. And I want to be super clear. This show is called Me First. But for new viewers, it is not about making everything good for you. I mean, it is, but the intention is to make everything good for everyone. If I am paying attention to what's important and I am connected to my purpose and I see the need around me, because it's not just about what's good for you, but where you are, right? In your community, in your life, what is needed? How can you step up? How can you move forward? How can you help? How can you support? What can you do to contribute? How can you help change things? Those are questions that you have power over. I mean, and that you can answer, right? You can answer that. But in the moment, you need to accept what is. Hey, I'm here on the map, and I want to go to that place on the map. And I introduce the GPS word because the GPS word is going to be the route that you take to get there, right? If my word is peace, then I'm going to choose the most peaceful route possible. If my word is speed, right? I want it now. Then I'm going to take the freaking highway and I'm going to do whatever I can to get there as fast as I can. So you have to decide, how do you want to travel in this world? And remember that just because you've come across some terrible experiences, some challenges, some obstacles, some perceived limitations in your life, it is not because you aren't good enough, not talented enough, you're stupid, you don't deserve it, you're whatever, right? None of that. It's because that is where you are on the map. right? And what dictates the human map? What dictates the global map is your energy. Where is your energy? Your energy will dictate, because it's not just a paper map, it's a 3D map. And we energetically fit on, are in different places by frequency on the map. So where you are on the map and where you are frequency wise, right? Because it's not just this paper thing, it's like this living, breathing map all around us. Where you are in frequency, in everything in your life, where your vessel is, where your mind is, where your body is, where your spirit is, okay, where your frequency is, where your vibration is, what's around you, where you are and where you want to go, there is a destination, there is a path, and you get to choose that path. You get to choose which direction you want to go or how you want to go, but you don't always get to choose the obstacles. You don't always get to choose which challenges you face and which challenges you don't, because some of them are intrinsic to the map, right? And if you want to get there, you have to go through these things, right? What is that poem for kids, like the bear hunt, right? Got to go over the bridge and under the thing and around the stuff, right? You have to go because that's the way. That's the way. So stop trying to change the map, or stop trying to make the map wrong, or stop trying to make the map about you. I mean, it's about you in that it depends on where you are. That's going to dictate what you experience. That's going to dictate how things unfold for you. But it's not because you're less than or more than anybody. It's just where you're at. And if you want to get to the other destination, right, you have to decide where you want to go and how you want to get there. And then trust that you will get there if you follow the directions, right? That GPS, if you follow the directions and you keep going the most peaceful way, then you may take longer, but you will get there in the most peaceful way, and you will be peaceful every step along the way as much as possible. So I just want to encourage you to really, really reflect on that analogy and ask yourself today, where do you want to go? Okay. What is your destination? And the destination is the feeling you want. Okay. There may be an actual destination. You may want, physical things, or manifest, you want to manifest like bigger house, a better job, and all that stuff. And you can do whatever you want because it's your life and you get to choose. So you can choose where your destination is. And then you have to decide how you want to get there. Are you taking the scenic route? Are you going, the fun way? Do you want to bring a bunch of friends with you, right? Or do you want to go by yourself? Is this a pilgrimage? Do you need to discover yourself? You have to figure it out for yourself, how you want to get there, and then just go. Just go. And be open to the experiences along the way, and be open to the people along the way, and be open to the adventures that you encounter along the way. And yes, even be open to the challenges, because they are there and you have to get through them to get to where you want. And figuring out how to get through them is part of your travels to get to that destination. All right, let's see what the cards have to say today, because I again went over. I can't help it. I'm just like channeling things. Things come to me and I have to say it. I can't help it. All right, I love you. Okay, guys, I love this card. Here we go. Number 24. 24. Can you see it? I'm so not good at there we go. 24. Stuck in the mud. Okay. The card is stuck in the mud. And what happens? And when you're stuck in the mud, and you may be feeling like you're stuck in the mud right now, you may be feeling like from 2020 until now, you've been stuck in the mud, because I think all of us are feeling like that stuck in the mudness. But what happens when you're stuck in the mud? When you're stuck in the mud, you're just there. And you have no choice but to look around and observe. And you have no choice but to go within and be like, how am I going to get out of this? Or what can I do? And maybe observe what's going on around you, right? It's like when you're in a traffic jam, and I mean, you could sit in the car and start honking, because we're going back to the car analogy, because that one works for me. Okay, confession, I used to be a rally car driver. So, that's probably why cars are big for me. And cars always meant freedom for me. Ever since I was 16, I wanted my license so I could drive and I could have freedom. Yeah, that's right. I used to think I could be free. Only in my mind. I'm just joking. Okay. Stuck in the mud. So when you're in your car and there's traffic, you could choose to honk and honk and honk and just like get angry that you're stuck there and you can't go anywhere, right? Or you can choose to turn on the music in your car. You can choose to do a little dance, right? You could choose to look at the cars around you and see what other people are doing and play like that lip sync game where you can like, if you're by yourself, you can do it, or with a friend, that's more fun. And you can kind of just figure out, pretend you can figure out like what conversations are happening in other cars, or what other people might be doing, or what adventures they may go on, or what tragedies they've experienced in their life. You can make that stuckness fun. You can make that stuckness an opportunity to pause and take stock of what's going on in your life. So if you feel stuck, I urge you to stop and think, okay, what is it that I need to learn from here, from this spot, in my present circumstances? What do I need to observe and take in and grow from or learn from so that then I can move forward? Because if you're still stuck, then you are resisting a lesson, or you are resisting moving forward. And if you are resisting moving forward, it is because there is a part of you that needs to stay where you are, because you are healing through something, because you need to witness something that's going on in your life, or even just witness yourself. So this is what I leave you with today. Okay. If you are in a weird place in your map, right, and you're stuck in the mud, just take a deep breath, take out a picnic, and figure out, where do I really want to go next now that I've been stopped dead in my tracks? Ask yourself, do I still want to be on this journey, right? This journey of wherever it is that you're going. You may want to change directions. You may want to go to a completely different place. You may think you have wanted something your whole life and all of a sudden it doesn't resonate with you anymore, because everything's changing and everything's shifting on the planet. So even if there's something that you used to resonate with and feel so connected to before, and now you feel no connection to it whatsoever, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with the thing that you're no longer connected to. If it's a person, a place, a thing, or experience, it's just not in your frequency anymore. And it just does not serve a purpose for your highest and greatest good anymore. And there's nothing wrong with that. And with no judgment, you send it off with love and light. That is my suggestion for you today, is if you find that you are stuck, ask yourself, where do you really want to go? And anything that doesn't serve you, leave it in the mud. Just leave it there and say, I love you. Thank you for being with me on this journey. I'm ready to move on. And then get yourself out of the mud and go wherever you need to go next on your destination. Okay. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Oh, Teresa, thank you. Oh, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you being here. And thank you to all of you for watching. If you heard something that resonated with you, that you feel that someone else may benefit from, I ask that you please pass it along, share, like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube page. Go to Jumpstart for Change, subscribe, and ding the notifications bell. I will be here once again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. as I am every weekday morning, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. See you then. Bye.